You know what you got to do is slide. Don't overslide. Shouldn't have any problem.
There was a time when most strategy was formulated before games. Now it evolves in the heat of combat, where a head coach must instantly correct mistakes.
37, you're on the other side. Draw it, Shively. Give me the damn grease board, Shively. The son of a is on the same side as the orange.
Oh, my God. I can't believe we blew that play.
The most important job a coach has on the field is to correct every mistake.
You got to stay up inside on the fake draw now. You can't roll out like that because he pushed him outside.
And what you're doing is you're constructively trying to help
You had
him.
the right guy. I saw the guy come off when you hit the right guy. You got what do you want me to say? Good job.
I think you, as a, quote, executive, unquote, have to realize the starter button for each individual.
Terrible running. That's terrible running. The wheel's out on the slot. Get your ass upfield.
And some people will not respond to a butt chewing, and some will go on and play better. And you learn what makes a guy go on and play his best, and you find that button in each individual that's different.
Hey, you're so fast, I'm going to have to start them like 12 yards instead of 8, see? Hey, tell the wedge they got to start about 12 yards in front of him. He's trying to run and the wedge isn't moving.
If it's a mistake made in the true sense of trying to do the best job you could, and you're beat because the other guy might be a little better, or you make a mistake, fine. You can't do nothing about that. He drops the ball. Can't have it any more open than that. Nothing you can do about that. But when you make a mistake due to lack of effort and concentration and not applying yourself, that's different.
Oh, no, John! Damn it!
Then you got to get that guy out of there and talk to him.
How much room you want? Oh, hey. Listen a little bit now. You have room, everybody in the sideline holler. Come on, take a shot at it. Let's go. Hey, you got to make some big plays. Good. You this out of two now. The 19 and that one. You can't do that, kid.
Hey, come here, Walt. Listen to me, okay? And don't say a word. If you do it one more time, I'll send you to the locker room, all right? Don't talk to him. Just block him. That's all I want you to do.
Every coach has got to be his own man. He's got to be the way he is.
We got to win on first down now. We know what they're doing, what they're trying to do. Now let's calm down, win on first down.
You can't contrive some method to be anything less than that or any different than that.
You can't let it, hey, you got to forget it, Derek. Listen to me. Look at me, young man. You got to forget it. Derek, I'm telling you something. You understand what I'm telling you? Look at me, Derek. You got to forget it. If you don't forget it, it'll not, it'll take away your ability to do what you need to do in the overtime. Therefore, right when we started before the game, it's nothing. We got a chance to win. We got to have you with solid mind. Now, Derek, listen to me. I know what I'm talking about, okay? Get it out of your mind. Let's get tuned up.
My job is to make these guys win. That's my job. Make them win. Don't ask to win. My job is to make them win. Show them how to win.
Relax now. You got time. Set your feet. Set your feet. And throw it out. Now you put both of those balls real low. Set your feet and throw it. Come on.
You're up on the left. Just run hard across the field along the back line.
The coaches that are successful have that insight. I mean, it's strictly an instinctive thing. It's an intangible. There aren't any books written on it.
We got to make some plays, man. Everybody's just missing just a little bit. You know what I mean? One guy screwed up an auto, one guy screwed up a 19. You know what I mean? We've had our chances. Come on, we got to keep the pressure on. We're still with you. We still love you. Maybe not as much as before, but we're still. You all right?
Dawkins kept the football out of the hands of Buffalo's high-scoring offense by controlling the ball for a Super Bowl record 40 minutes, 33 seconds. The Giants' victory was Bill Parcells' swan song, and he did it his way with power football. The Giants had entered their comfort zone.
Joe Gibbs has been winning with style ever since he became the Redskins head coach in 1981. And this year, that style has produced the best record in the NFL. The 91 Redskins have scored the most points in the league and have allowed the fewest. Yet, Washington still couldn't win every game. And that serves to remind us just how brilliant the 1972 Dolphins were when they won 17 games and lost none. In guiding Miami to perfection, Don Shula performed perhaps the greatest coaching job in NFL history.
Don Shula masterminded the greatest season a head coach ever had, the perfect season of 1972. Ironically, that year began with a dramatic defeat. In Super Bowl VI, the Miami Dolphins were chased, then crushed by the Dallas Cowboys, 24-3. It was a bitter defeat that tormented Don Shula.
I was 0-2 in Super Bowls, and there was some talk that I couldn't win the big one. Shula can't win the big one, and if there's ever a conversation that you don't want associated to your name, it's that.
But 1972 would be his season in the sun. Even when the hour was darkest, Shula shone brightest, determined to finally ride a rainbow to that pot of gold. It would be a long march, and when it was over, a remarkable record would be set, and a coach's vision of perfection would become part of history. Behind an underrated yet stifling defense, and a mistake-free offense generaled by Bob Greasy, Shula's Dolphins opened the season with 4 straight victories. In the 5th week, this team built to last threatened to crumble.
Kicking up on the play is Greasy. Yeah, looks like his right ankle, Rick.
Shula's genius is preparing for the unforeseen disaster.
I brought Earl down for insurance purposes, and here was a chance for the insurance policy to pay off. And it paid off handsomely. And Earl got into the huddle. He said, just relax. You guys don't have anything to worry about. We're going to get it done. He just picked it up and led us to the perfect season. Drops swing back to throw. He sets up. He is smiling down the corner. Warfield.
Each week, Shula demanded more of his team. Big-name players like Mercury Mars robbed opposing defenses of their dignity, while the no-names literally stole victory.
Right, got the hand on the way.
And at times, Shula just seemed to will good things to happen.
Someone always did something. That was Shula's favorite line right before the game. Somehow, some way, one of us will make the play. Because we had a large group of people that were good athletes, but more than that, they were all winners.
You either got to lead, follow, or get the hell out of the way. We didn't have many guys that needed to get the hell out of the way. Some teams don't have any leaders. We had a lot of guys that were willing to step forward. And we had probably the best leader of all in Don Shula. He's a leader. It's his leadership. His desire to win is always there.
Good, Paul. Way to come back and hit it there. That's 5. Charlie, see the move? All right, he had the curl. When the ball was in the air, what did he do? He took about 2 steps back toward the ball, and that kept the cushion between he and the defense.
The major difference in my mind of coaches are those that can take the personnel that they have and mold the best defense for that personnel, and not say, this is the defense we're going to run, and you have to run it.
Shula was above all a teacher. And the well-schooled Dolphins reflected his philosophies. There would be a minimum of mistakes and a maximum of execution.
They were a machine, well-coordinated on offense and defense. They were an exceptionally smart team. You had to think back and say, what was watching the game, the smartest team I ever saw would be that one.
I've never been associated with a team that was so totally focused on a goal. We didn't allow any distractions or anything to occur during the course of that year.
The sharp focus began to blur, imperiled by the immense pressure to remain undefeated.
When it got 8-0 and 9-0, and then of course 12-0 and 13-0, the pressure really started to build.
Another reason I think Shula did such a good job is he kept the pressure off us. Game after game, all right, we've gotten that one behind us. We've got 3 more. We got, he really never said 3 more. He always said 1 more, but he said it every week.
I was able to sell that to our players, and they were an intelligent group of players that were able to grasp the situation and realize that what happened yesterday didn't mean anything as far as the next competition.
How did this guy find the words to say to Zonka, kick Warfield, Greasy? Well, guys, we're playing a pretty lousy Giants team today. I want you to win by 30, and they go out and basically win the game pretty easily.
The regular season melted away, and so did 14 opponents. Shula and his undefeated Dolphins raced through the playoffs and into the Super Bowl, where only the Redskins stood between Don Shula and the greatest coaching performance in NFL history.
Come out. The Dolphins have won Super Bowl 7, have completed the greatest season in NFL history.
So it was very, very meaningful that I was able to get into the big football game and win it personally. And it was so meaningful for our football team because that put us in a situation of doing something that nobody else has ever done.
We had a bunch of guys that were overachievers, a bunch of guys that were leaders, a bunch of guys that didn't want to get beat. And I think Shula did his best job of coaching in that undefeated season.
They're hired to win.